Hello you, welcome to Geekism and welcome to this announcement video for the Silver Screen Pack from Planet Coaster 2. That's right, hot off the heels of the awesome Parades pack, we are keeping the hype train moving with another DLC for Planet Coaster 2. This one encompasses both the studio's theme from the first game and a whole load of new stuff as well, so let's dive in. First of all, there is a new scenery theme that they're calling the Art Deco theme, and as you can see, it's taking a lot of reference from the golden age of cinema. There's lots of formed plaster, lots of copper and gold metal, neon lighting and fancy sort of Art Deco style edge pieces and trims and stuff. It really looks fantastic. They just continue to nail that sort of very stylized and clearly meant to be from this theme, but also it's just generic enough that it's going to be useful elsewhere as well. I think a lot of this sort of stuff is going to be very useful inside and outside of a studio's themed park. Alongside the new theme, of which there's sort of, 3 or 400 so pieces like usual, there's also a return of the studio's theme from Planet Coaster 1, including all of the animatronics that came with that. So if you remember back, think of all of the cars and helicopters and cops and robbers and all those sort of animatronics, as well as the light rigging and cams and all that kind of thing. One of the new additions though are a set of lights that sort of move around. I can't remember the name of them, but they had them in the first one where you can sort of see the beam of light, the ones that sort of move around in the sky and you can see them, but they've actually been able to make them so that they project a shape onto the ground or onto the wall, I guess, and they look fantastic. There's lots of different styles. We got to see some stars, and then like the sort of comedy tragedy theatre masks. I'm hoping there's lots of different uses there, because I definitely see those being really useful for any kind of park with a budget that will be able to do those sort of light packages at night time. I think they're going to be really useful. But overall, the scenery scene looks fantastic. I think the benches and the tables we got to see maybe a little too themed for my liking personally, but as always with this stuff, I'm sure there's going to be 20 or 30 new pieces that we just can't live without once the pack is out. Alongside that scenery pack comes a new mascot as well. His name is Cornell Butterworth, and he's a movie director that has popcorn for a head, of course. I will say this is probably one of the more out there designs for their characters, and obviously this one is quite specific to this kind of theme, so I don't necessarily know how useful he's going to be outside of the sort of movie themes, whereas I feel like the last few we got like Mayor Pipwhistle and Vesper from the Sorcery Pack, they could fit into a few different sort of styles, whereas this, he's a popcorn head director. There's only one place you're going to stick him. Saying that, I think the design of him is fantastic. He looks great. So honestly, it feels strange saying this as somebody who is mostly focused on the scenery and building side of the game, but I think the real selling point for the Silver Screen Pack here is the ride lineup. It actually comes with 5 brand new rides and 2 returning rides from Planet Coaster 1 for a total of 7, and they're all, in my opinion, fantastic choices. Lots of stuff that people have been asking for, and a real good mix of stuff here as well. First of all, a single new roller coaster, but a very requested one. It is the Vector New Gen Flying Coaster, also known in the real world as the Vekoma Modern Flying Coaster. As far as I know, there's only one of these in the world, and that's the Fly in Rookburg at Phantasialand. There may be more. I don't think there is, but it's basically the newer model from Vekoma Flying, and it has that awesome twisty seat, so you sit in it like a normal coaster, and then as you pull away, the chairs twist into that upside down position as you go out and start flying. It's a lot more compact than a lot of other flying coasters, and because of that, you can do real sort of nice whippy turns around all of the awesome scenery. If you haven't already seen or been on Fly, you should go and check out a POV or some footage of it, because it looks stunning. This is absolutely a roller coaster I can see myself using. I think we're building a sort of steampunk, arcane punk style area in my park, and this could work very well for that, perhaps, without it being too much of just a Rookburg rip-off. But yeah, great requested coaster. I know it's one that people have been waiting for. And then everything else is flat rides, but like I said, there's a really great selection here. First of all, there is the fourth wall, they're calling it. Not too sure why it's called that, but this is the dynamic motion stage from Intamin. Again, this is a very new ride in real life. I think the only installation of this is at the Efteling, and the ride is called Dance Macabre. So it's a spooky ride that go that awesome piece of music, the Jonathan Creek theme tune. If you're about my age or older from the UK, you'll remember that. Beautiful movements. There's 5 sort of sections that move around independently, and then all of those move around on a larger platform. That platform can tilt and tip, and then there's a bit of a small but drop you can program as well. The ride itself is very plainly themed, so you're going to be able to theme this up in multiple different ways. Like I say, the one in real life is a spooky theme, but I know people have been trying come up with other stuff. There's a really awesome one online that somebody's made in Planet Coaster, but just using motion pieces. It's not actually a working ride, but it's a beautiful Beauty and the Beast style. They're to be dancing around to be our guest. So the scope is wild here, and it's a regular flat ride from Frontier, so you can place different aspects of it, have it drop differently, turn differently, and you can attach triggers to it so that motion will happen as the ride goes on. I think people are going to be able to build really incredible stuff with this, and I know that it's been highly requested. A lot of people expected this to come with some sort of spooky pack because, like I say, the real life version of this at the moment is spooky, but I think you're going to be able to do a lot of fun stuff with this, no matter what the theme. Next up, the cinema room then. So this is similar to the flying theatre, but it's just regular seating. Again, very plain and not themed at all, so you can build the building around this however you like. I'm going to be really excited to get into this one because I think it's going to be fun to just be able to put screens, put a video on the screen and have it like a regular cinema. I've actually mentioned a few times that I want to put a cinema into the main street of Meanderville. I was just going to hide a flat ride behind the facade, but now I can actually do it with a real cinema, which is great. But also I'll be interested to see if we can use this to create outdoor shows as well. Perhaps we use the screen just as part of the backdrop and have animatronics in front of it that are timed to the ride. I think that we're going to be able to do some fun stuff with this. I'm excited to see what people can come up with. Next up, one that they're calling Ground Control, and this is your Dumbo ride, basically. This is possibly the most requested flat ride. I mean, there's a few others we're still missing, like Troikas and stuff, but this is a small footprint plain ride that kids will go on, and you are going to be able to theme this up multiple different ways. The one that we're getting is very plain, and you're going to be able to attach scenery to this. I can see this going in every single park, and no matter what, there is going to be space for this. In the low budget parks, you can leave it plain. In the high budget parks, you can make it look like Aladdin's carpets or Dumbo's flight or any other number of things. There's going to be thousands of versions of this on the workshop, I'm sure. This is an absolute staple. It's took too long to get it in the game. I'm very, very happy to see it. And then there's also the movement construction slot car. I'm not sure exactly what this is, but it's Test Track, basically. This is a slotted car ride that you can adjust the speed and so have it going through a slower area with effects and what have you, and then you can speed it up and have the fun blowout at the end of the ride, I suppose. It comes with 2 styles of car, a more sort of retro classic sort of 50s car, and then another plainer one that you can maybe decorate up. It looks a little bit like a DeLorean to me. I could see somebody doing a Back to the Future going at 88 miles an hour type ride with this thing. But yeah, really great addition, I think, and a good ride that will work indoors and outdoors, or maybe a little bit of both. I can see somebody doing a really awesome Test Track remake with this. And then 2 returning rides from Planet Coaster 1, the first being the Big Screen Tour. I had a lot of fun building this in Planet Coaster 1, I think, with all of the new options with the triggerable stuff and scalable animatronics and the platforms. You're going to be able to create incredible big screen tours here as well. The set also comes with loads of new music and like 80 sound effects and ambient tracks and all of that, so you're going to be able to add all of those in alongside explosions and what have you. I don't think I'm going to start a Studios park again because I really just I'm really enjoying focusing on a main park right now with Meanderville. well. But I can see this being a fantastic addition. If you did want to do a Studios Park, I think you're going to be able to really elevate what we could do from Planet Coaster 1 now and Planet Coaster 2 with this ride. And then the other one that's returning is the Remotion, which is the Kuka arm. Again, a very much requested return here. So this is going to be able to help you make pretty much anything decent that Universal has done over the last 10 years. I suppose Hagrid's was pretty cool, but yeah, so the Harry Potter Ministry is one. The what's it called? The Monsters Unchained, I think, uses this system. Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey uses this system. Yeah, there's a lot. Universal's a big fan of this ride system, and me too as well. I think it's fun. You can move the seats all over the place, and they also bringing back those big concave screens that we can use as well. So this is similar to the Subnautica ride I built in Planet Coaster 1. Again, I think with all of the billboard options and platforms and whatever, you're going to be able to write really incredible dark rides with these. I just think the ride selection is fantastic. I am excited to get in and dive in with the scenery theme. Again, I think there's going to be a lot of very useful stuff there. Even if you don't want to necessarily go Art Deco, I think a lot of the lights and the rigging and the trim pieces are all going to be very useful. But really, honestly, looking at this, I think the rides are absolute standout here. I think it is a fantastic set of rides for us here. This is coming out on Wednesday the 19th of August alongside a free update, which I already have a video on the channel about, and as soon as I can, I will be bringing you some awesome builds using the pack. I'm actually out of town for a few weeks on vacation with parents, so there won't be as much content around the launch. I will hopefully be able to get back and really settle down with it just afterwards. But yeah, going to be lots of good stuff here, so please keep it here if you haven't already with a subscribe. Love you all to bits. Till the next one, be good.